My story with the couple began just over 8 years ago. I just moved to LA, didn't have any friends, and I was working for Mike Zhang just down here. Knowing I was new to town, Mike was gracious enough to invite me out to social occasions. Nick was living with him at the time, and that's how I became friends with Nick. Immediately, I knew I had a man crush on Nick. He was so handsome, charming, an entrepreneur, had great musical taste, and was just cool. Nick is everyone's best friend, not in a fake LA way, but in the most earnest way possible. When Nick asks you how you're doing, it's not just a greeting. He actually wants to know how you are. Whether you're going through a tough time in your personal life, maybe a breakup, or a challenging family dynamic, or maybe a win in your professional career, Nick is the biggest confidant everyone needs in their life. He really is your therapist and your biggest cheerleader at the same time. I know firsthand he has changed the life of many of the men sitting here today with the counsel he has offered in the hardest of times. Nick, I wouldn't be the man I am today without you. You're my best friend. The brother I never had, and I'm sure one day a father we can all admire. Amber. I met Amber the same time I met Nick, but we didn't immediately hit it off. At least in my head. I'm pretty sure I was just that weird guy from Minnesota that was just hanging around. It wasn't until some godforsaken reason that the group decided to run a half marathon. And we started to get close. We ended up running together every week for months, training for this pointless marathon. Running, talking, laughing, and after it all, eating. See, every day after our run, we would go to Ralph's, we would get fried chicken, and make a kale salad. Now, that doesn't sound like a normal post-workout meal for most people here, but Amber and I knew it was balanced, because the kale eats the fat. Amber's the type of person you will never forget. If I introduce her to anyone new, they always remember Amber. Looking at her today, you would think it's because of her stunning beauty, but no. Amber is one of the most intelligent, funny, creative, confident, cultured, and witty people you ever meet. Even in just a short interaction, you can't help but walk away thinking, who did I just meet? There's nothing she can't do with the confidence that would make the most confident person envious. A creative genius that radiates an energy that you can't ignore. I'm truly honored and proud to call you my friend. Over the subsequent years, I got to observe their beautiful relationship that these two have, up close and personal. The countless weekend trips, Coachellas, concerts, birthday parties, or just kickbacks at their house. If Nick and Amber are there, it's always a good time. They're considered the mom and dad of our group, and I would say the cornerstone couple, if you will. Their aura is evident just by all of you attending today. Over 100 people flying across the world to share this day with them. Each having their own distinct energy, but combined create a gravitational pull that pulls anyone into their orbit. Even through the hard times, I witnessed their continued commitment to each other. About 6 years ago, Amber left LA for Spain for a year for a new job, new opportunity. And long distance can be hard on any relationship, but a 9-hour time difference can break most. Nick, without hesitation, not only reassured Amber of their relationship, but constantly was making the 13-hour trip to Madrid to visit Amber. He even had this pillow with Amber's face on it that he kept in his bedroom. It was the most terrifying and cutest thing I've ever seen. They're both willing to move heaven and earth for their relationship, and I know they both will continue to do so for years to come. To know someone completely takes time. I'm sure that even after 10 years, you guys are learning stuff about each other every day. But that's what marriage is, a commitment that both of you will not only continue to explore yourselves, but share those findings with your partner. Too easily can we find ourselves stuck in our own world. But a world of two is 10 times the world of one. At this time, the bride and groom will read you their vows. They both prepared.
Oh no, it's gonna take like an hour. Okay, how to encapsulate 10 years of the most beautiful love I ever could have imagined with the man who has made me into the woman I am today. Okay, oof. Nick, you've given me a love that makes me feel completely safe and exhilaratingly free at the same time. That elusive space where passion and peace live side by side every day is where we call home. You're my greatest joy and my everyday miracle. I don't even know how to live without our riotous laughter, our constant roughhousing, your golden good nature, and the persistent bettering of my life, myself, and my soul by your influence. You once said that you recognized early on that we were kindred spirits. Even when we first met 19 years ago on the piano, me as a freshman, you as a senior, we were drawn together. And despite the age difference, even back then, I was the one bullying you. If I could go back in time and tell that 14-year-old girl that the guy playing next to her on the piano with the lips would be her future husband, she probably would have said, "This guy?" Honestly, she didn't know what she was missing. Now that I've lived the first wonderful decade of the love I know will take me through the rest of my life, I realized that that feisty little girl on the piano would become the luckiest person I know. I don't know if you understand how honest to God proud I feel to be able to claim you as my partner and to surrender myself fully to your claim on me. I could go forever about your amazing qualities, but the thing is, I tell you almost every day. And you also tell me and show me you love me every single day. I never knew that the love you can hold for someone could run so deep and intense that it can border on painful, like knocking on the other side of grief. I can't imagine loving someone more or having more fun doing it. 10 years is the tip of the iceberg. Anything short of you for the rest of my life would never be enough. Neither of us believe in unconditional love, and yet that non-belief is the very act of love we are constantly exercising to meet the conditions of the love that the other person deserves. You're the one that taught me this. All I can say is thank you for teaching me, by example, the kind of real patience, kindness, and work that goes into the making of a truly great love. I vow to always carry these lessons with me and continue building on them with you, my teacher, my comrade in arms, my very best friend. You're the king of my heart and the playmate of my soul. You're the sun in my sky that my entire world revolves around. What else can I vow to you today that I haven't already surrendered to you completely? You have me body and soul. You have my total respect and admiration. You've already stolen my youth. Though I would go back and give it all to you again 1,000 times over. You have my secrets and my fears and access to the innermost chambers of my heart. You are indelibly embedded in my DNA. I vow to hold on to this profound gratefulness, a feeling from which we all must drift at times, inevitably and necessarily, to live our lives. But I vow to keep it fixed in the center of my being as a touchstone, an anchor to always return home to the recognition that you, us, this is the most important thing in my life, to cherish and protect, for better or worse, in sickness and in health, for as long as I shall live. I vow to use my many and varied gifts, which you know are legion, in your service. I vow to be your strength when you're in need of it, and to call on yours when I am. I vow to take care of you. I vow to test your patience often. I vow to make you laugh every day of our lives. I vow to annoy the shit out of you all the time, but also to lavish you with love all the time. I vow to try to live up to the amazing human being that you are, and to be the person that's worthy of the love I see reflected in your eyes every single day. And that's it.
Amber, from the moment we met, I have 16 here, but you put 18, so somewhere in the middle. 17 years ago. in high school, I remember being instantly drawn to your unwavering confidence and larger-than-life personality. Little did I know, when sitting on that piano bench at theater rehearsal, that I'd be standing here today happily committing the rest of my life to you. And yet, I'm not surprised. Once we started dating and taking our relationship seriously, it felt to me like we were always kindred spirits. I'm not a spiritual person by nature, as you know, as many of you know, but every time we're together, I have such a clear vision of some version of us thousands of years ago, traversing through an ancient forest, running, playing, laughing, and laying on the grass, holding hands, admiring the trees above us. And in some cultures, they call this inyan, in others, reincarnation. Whatever it might be, it's in those everyday moments when we laugh, cry, talk, and touch, where it feels like my soul has always known you. With you, I feel a love so eternally familiar, natural, and complete. With you, I fully feel like myself because everything I've waited for has finally arrived. To me, our union today is not just a celebration of what will be, but also of what has always been from this life and into the next. As a lonely child who had to grow up early, I always felt that life was somewhat incomplete, boring, and sometimes anticlimactic. But when you burst into the scene, everything changed completely. Amber, you breathe life into the everyday mundane. If life was black and white, it is now so vibrant and full of color with you now in it. I can't think of a single day with you where I haven't laughed deeply or felt incredible joy, even on those rare occasions when we fight or argue as couples do. I love how endlessly creative you are, even if that means I have to deal with the occasional Harry Potter Lego set or random travel souvenirs soon to be forgotten. I love that you're so strong and yet so deeply sensitive, so astonishingly self-confident yet still self-aware, so cultured and naturally gifted but still down to earth, so full of wisdom beyond your age and yet still wonderfully childlike. With you, life is a playground filled with dreams, possibilities, and the closest thing I know to feel like magic. I'm just so in awe of how lucky I am to be in that playground with you, with the most beautiful person I know inside and out. You challenge me to be more compassionate, be stronger, and always push me out of my comfort zone to expand myself and make the most of the limited life that we have. I admire you. I respect you. I adore you. You are my profound inspiration. With that, I vow to always be your biggest fan and number one supporter, even if it means that I have to stop everything I'm doing to watch you break out in song and dance as your audience of one. I vow to always love you as you are and nurture the creative, vibrant spirit that makes you so unique, beautiful, and strong. I vow to always put us first, to always put in the work that true love requires to be everlasting. I vow to always provide for you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I vow to always be the man that you are proud to call your husband, and our children are proud to call their father. You are everything to me, and I cannot wait to cherish every single moment together in good times and in bad. I love you.
How's everybody feeling tonight? Come on, look around. We're in Italy. How's everybody feeling tonight? All right. Welcome to the wedding of Amber and Nick. My name is Greg, and I'm really honored to be your MC for this evening. So on behalf of Amber, Nick, and their families, thank you all so much for being here on this joyous occasion. I know everyone has traveled very far to get here. We got LA in the building. We got New York in the building. I mean, some guys even came as far as Hawaii. But the fact that we're all here tonight and have all traveled so far is really a testament to what special people Nick and Amber are in all of our lives. So give it up for yourselves. All right, so first things first on the program, we're going to turn our attention to the end of the courtyard, and we are going to have the father and daughter dance. So please give it up for Amber and James.
My name is Mike, and tonight I stand before you not just as a groomsman, but as someone who has had the distinct privilege of witnessing the beginning chapters of Nick and Amber's love story. And as I look over to the dashing groom, there he is, sitting next to his radiant bride. Yeah, give it up. I can't help but reflect on the journey that brought us all here. Under the stars, party foul. Under the stars in beautiful Sicily. For me, that journey began almost 15 years ago when I first met Nick. I showed up to a dinner hosted by Nick's business fraternity at USC. I didn't know a single person there that night, so naturally I was feeling a little nervous. But as fate would have it, I sat down and there was Nick, sitting right across the table from me. With his infectious warmth and boisterous laugh, Nick went out of his way to make me feel comfortable and welcomed. And it wasn't because he was the president of the fraternity or feeling charitable. It's because Nick, in his essence, is a natural-born leader. You see, Nick has this magnetic ability to bring people together, to weave a tapestry of friendships wherever he goes, and to make everyone feel heard, like they truly belong. Looking around this beautiful courtyard tonight, I see a testament to the community that Nick and Amber have built. One of the most memorable periods in my 20s was when Nick and I were actually roommates in Santa Monica. Living with Nick was truly an experience unto itself. Every time he ran up the stairs to the living room, the entire condo would literally shake, vibrating with his energy. That condo, actually, was where Nick started his entrepreneurial journey. It's the birthplace of Sir Nicholas Young, master and commander of a sprawling business empire. Nick, against long odds, you took a leap of faith. You believed in yourself, and you created your own destiny. You're not only an inspiration to everyone around you, but also the compass that has guided me to some of the most special memories and people in my life. I'll always cherish the magic of our first Coachella together. The countless weekend trips to Vegas, and who can forget, the only time I ever witnessed champagne being delivered on a motorcycle in the middle of a nightclub. But true friendship is never only about the good times. It is forged in challenging times too. In the infinite wisdom that seems to only exist in our early 20s, I decided to sign up for something called the Go Ruck Challenge. It involved carrying 60 pounds of weight on a punishing 17-mile trek overnight, led by an ex-Special Forces soldier. Remember that, Nick? For months, I actually begged friends to join me. A lot of people said, "Oh, yeah, I'm down." But one person showed up that night. One person. Nick was down. Makes sense though, right? Because Nick is a man of courage and commitment, who you can count on to show up when it matters most, through hell or high water. As an only child, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but it's true. And actually, I heard this twice today being said to Nick by two other only children. You're the brother I never knew I needed. Apparently, you're a very popular brother from another mother. Amber, 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 Amber. When you and Nick first started dating, we lived like cavemen, let's be honest. Fridge was stocked with Soylent, I think. Half-eaten pints of Ben & Jerry's. But as time went on, Nick evolved, let's just say. He started cooking actual meals in the kitchen with you, took on the challenge of learning how to salsa, and despite his busy schedule, somehow found time to learn Spanish. Maybe that was Nick's way of feeling closer and connected to you during your time abroad in Spain and Mexico. What's for sure, though, is that behind every new pursuit, there you stood. A beacon of light guiding him towards growth and discovery. Like an artist's muse, you've been the inspiration that drives him to be more, do more, and love more. So, as we celebrate this beautiful union, my wish for you, Nick and Amber, is love during the miracles and the mud, the best of good luck, magic around every corner, and happiness during the whole long life of adventures the two of you have ahead. Congratulations and cheers.
Certain images and moments come to mind rather than intact memories. A mini fridge stocked with Red Bulls. A framed print of a cat looking in the mirror and seeing a lion, which is very fitting of her personality, I would soon learn. Her big, bounding steps and a firm handshake. Her bold, brash energy. Me thinking, not for me. But what started off as a first impression of too much became a lifelong friendship and the feeling that the time we have together is never enough. And it got me thinking about the memories we make and how they can change, shift, and soften over time. But we keep them alive by our occasional or frequent retellings of them whenever we connect. These fond memories become our stories, and we refer to them like the title of a Friends episode, the one with all the UV blue, the one where someone pukes in a frat house closet, the one with the good roommate, the bad roommate, and the weird shower at Annenberg, the one with the La Brea car accident and the questionable invitation for chicken and waffles, the one at Lure where nobody is Dee Dee and Brianna meets Skrillex. And in Amber's life, just like in Friends or any long-running sitcom that she might watch while she eats her lunch, there have been guest characters, wacky capers, and moments of transformation. But probably the most important episodes, because we are continuing with my very overwrought and overthought metaphor, are the ones that Nick has been a part of. Like the one where I came to know about him, and the one with the guy from high school with the big lips. And it was clear that Nick was good for her, even when he brought some intrigue, like in the one where Nick invites 2 girls to his birthday party. Nick's geniality, his easy manner, his just amazing vibe and emotional intelligence have been the greatest addition to Amber's life. Nick, you lift her up, you see her depth, but you're also not afraid to hit her with a quick Amber when she needs to be reined in. It's been such a privilege to watch the life that you two have built together and the memories that you've created, like in the one where they make it official, the one with the 2-bedroom in the Arts District, the one with the long distance, part 1 in Spain and part 2 in Mexico, the one where there is no string performance, and the one where Nick and Amber moved to Pasadena. And tonight, we all get to be a part of the one with Nick and Amber's wedding at the White Lotus place. I'm so happy for the 2 of you, and let's raise our glasses to the bride and groom.
Appreciate Zhang after previous speech. I don't know what I can match up them. I could do it. Thank you. I couldn't even see well. Okay. Okay. Now, welcome everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Wendy, the proud mother of the handsome groom. First, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for making a long journey to be here today, to celebrate the union of two beautiful souls. Your presence here means so much to us. Thank you. Okay. A few words about my son. Nick embraces life. He is fiercely spirited, determined, and delightful. His delightfulness is easy to spot. Who would not love Nicky's big smile, contagious laugh, and of course, his trademark lips. Amber, right? Am I right? As you might all agree with me, Nick has a big and open heart. He lights up any room by simply just being there, just like today here. Reflecting back on his childhood, it is clear to see the kind, sociable, compassionate, and passionate man he has become. Like most moms, I keep a couple of Nicky's childhood items in a box, which are precious to me and sentimental to me. The item I treasure the most are those small handmade coupon books with little cute little hand drawing on the cover, which were given to me when Nicky was like first or second grader as a gift on Mother's Day or my birthday. The coupons were written in very neat handwriting, such as 5 hugs a day for mommy, 10 minutes free shoulder massage, or serving mom pancakes on Sunday morning. How adorable and heartwarming, as I now recall. Well, there were times Nicky also gave me handmade coupon book, only in exchange for new Nintendo game or Pokemon card. Now, the mind of a young entrepreneur sprouted early in Nick, very early. Okay, enough about that cute little kid. Let's fast forward to Nick's graduating from USC Business School. It was not exactly a surprise that he embarked on entrepreneurship, despite having a knowledge that success or failures largely rests with him. Nick has never took this as a burden. Instead, he took this as a marker of his freedom. He worked tirelessly to achieve the goal, to lead to a work-life balance for him. However, he did not embark on this all alone. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank his partner, Fernando, who is also like a brother to him all this year while developing business venture. Yes, Fernando, thank you. They are both the only kid, and they are just like brothers to each other. I appreciate it. So, just like most are young entrepreneurs, they went through together times of smooth sailing and a few patches of rough sea. But I am so happy to see their business model created is flourishing. Congratulations, Nick and Fernando. Yes. So, over the year, three of us, Amber, Nick, me, we enjoy cooking together, eating together in my kitchen. Yes, the famous kitchen. And the kitchen always surrounded with lovely jazzy music. We would have wine, sometimes more wine, sometimes too much wine, right, kids? And the best memory were created when we had a big Thanksgiving Day feast cooked together. Every delicious dish was cooked from scratch, from soup to nuts, and we always had so much fun, right? Yes. Yes. Where am I? So, as I have gotten to know Amber well, it became clear to me how well Amber compliments my son. Wait, I want to tell you the first time I met Amber. She struck me as a lovely young lady who is genuine, unpretentious, and incredibly witty. She has an undeniable charm, which is characterized through her intelligence and wit. Undoubtedly, she is a lady with so many talents. I was captivated by her blazing singing voice. And I heard she had some knockout performance on stage as a stand-up comedian. Now, who knew my son would marry to the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, right? I'm so proud to have you, Amber, as my daughter-in-law. You can tell I'm nervous, right? So, Amber and Nick are absolutely the best friends with so many shared interests and passion. But at the same time, they respect their differences and consistently support each other's career path. What I admire the most in this young couple is their ability to combine their devotion to their own career with their value to enjoy their life together, especially their leisure time, often displayed in unscripted moments. They are truly the best partner for each other. They are. So, Nick and Amber, today is a very special day for us, making memories and celebrating your love for each other. Building a relationship means meeting challenges as well as triumph. But in all things, remember to stand by each other. I believe the synergy between you both and the willingness to hold on are the testament to the power of love. Nick, my dear son, I'm so proud of the man you have become. You are a true blessing on my life. And Amber, I'm so thrilled to welcome you into our family. I thank you for loving my son. I'm so happy for you both. I couldn't be happier. Now, let's raise our glasses. To Nick and Amber, may your life together be always beautiful, vibrant, as always. Cheers.
Enjoyable. Thank you. I also want to thank Sherry. She is Amber's aunt. Her presence here demonstrates her continuous love and support to Amber ever since her birth. Last, of course not least, Christine and I want to thank Wendy and Simon, Nick's parents. Thank you for raising such a wonderful, great man as our son-in-law. Yeah, to avoid a long and tedious speech, I'd like to use my script. And as I'm old, so I have to wear my glasses. Sorry for that. Okay, let's see where I am. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know, long time I know Amber was very popular. I know also Nick is popular. But today, I'm still shocked. I didn't expect so many of you flying 1,000 miles away join this, wedding celebration. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, glasses again. Amber was born as a big and a strong baby. Yeah. The proof is that just a few hours after her birth, she was able to, raise her head, turn away, turn to my side, because I was, stand out of the glass window, and she started to stare at me. Yeah, when I have the first eye contact with her, I was really shocked. The reason is that her eye shot was exactly like my mother's. Yeah, that's who knows? Well, that's very interesting. Okay, next. Amber is a very lucky girl since she has a very what? Let me see. She has a very nice, patient, popular, and beautiful mother. Christine dedicated her whole life to our family, and she took a very good care of our children, Mingje and Amber. As you know, Amber is the younger one. Mainly due to Christine's contribution, Amber now is a multi-skilled girl. She is very capable to do a lot of things. Before her teens, Amber often jumped into our bed, sleeping between Christine and me. And she was very much dependent on her mother before her independence. That's a surprise, right? Yeah, she is so independent now, but long time ago she was not. Christine, we appreciate your years of quietly contribution to this family, and we thank you very much. Amber has a God-given talent in language and logical thinking. She was very smart and picky when she was young. Before she can speak, no one could cheat her by feeding her water as milk or milk as water, as long as she determined what to choose. Inherited from her mother, she likes to command family members. Ever since she was about 2 years old, sitting in the car seat, she tried to instruct me how to drive. Oh, that's true. She was also born as a good, speech giver. In one event, when Mingjie, Amber's sister, making her speech in a speech competition, Amber suddenly got rid of her mother's control, jumped on a chair, and speak loudly her sister's script. Later on, we learned that she memorized it when during her sister's rehearsal. So she got a good memory when she was very young. Okay. Well, stand. Oh, okay. Once Amber became independent, our limited contribution to her may have to be some mistakes we made as the first generation of Chinese immigrant. She told me once she used some of those jokes in her talk show. My wife and I, both of us, came from the upper middle class in China. But we were raised in totally different environment. As a result, we have quite different opinion on how to raise the kids. Christine, her opinion is more like what? How to turn it on? Maybe it won't me finish. Oh, is it working or no? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, then let me continue. And Christine, her way is more like Western style, namely love and persuasive. Mine is more Chinese tradition, like love plus sticks. Okay. But Amber was so smart. She made both of us happy. She made both of us feel easy and successful. The way is this. When she is facing her mother, she will argue with tears. But when she is facing me, never argument, but the tears. Okay, so the result is it make her mother feel she is a very good convincer, but make me feel I'm a very good father with very good patience. Okay. But in the same time, she earned a title called Crying Baby when she was young. Oh, it come back. Christine and I were very poor when we first came to U.S. as exchange students in early 80s. We worked very hard to support ourselves, and I worked 2 jobs simultaneously when I pursued my PhD degree in USC. Yeah. As a result, we purchased our first house 2 years before Amber was born. So fortunately, we earned a decent life for her. To make more money, I spent a lot of time on business trips without family members with me. The biggest cost for me for this is the loss of the time taking company with my wife and the children. That is my irreversible regret. At this Amber's wedding ceremony, I feel very sorry to my daughters. I spent too much time on business and didn't pay enough attention and enough patience to my daughters. Sorry for that. Even though I want to tell you, Amber and Mingjie, I truly love you both. Nick and Amber have known each other since high school. We met Nick about 6 years ago when Amber introduced him to us as her boyfriend. In the past, they often came to visit us together. We are very impressed with Nick and like him very much. We believe that Nick is and will keep being a very responsible, patient, and excellent man who will take a good care of his wife and children, future children. As Amber's father, I solemnly hand over my daughter, Amber, to Nick today. Please cherish and protect Amber as always. I wish you love each other forever and keep continued happiness in the days to come. Thanks. Okay. Finally, as other speakers doing, raise your glasses and wish Amber and Nick a happy marriage in their whole life. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Fernando, and I'm the best man. I'm deeply honored to be up here today to celebrate Amber and Nick, 2 of my best friends. I want to be honest though, I do feel slightly conflicted. Nick, after being business and life partners for 9 years, having shared bank accounts, passwords, and even romantic vacations to Asia with you, it does feel like you're cheating on me a little bit. Before I begin, sadly, I have a message from some people who could not be here today. I know they will be with us in spirit, not only in our thoughts, but also in our hearts. Dear Nick, we're sorry we couldn't make it to your special day, but we felt it was too emotional. We want you to know how much you mean to us. Thank you for all of your love and generous support over the years. We will see you again soon. From all of the girls at 11. Anywho, Nick and I back in college days at USC when we were just kids. We were big brother and little brother in our business fraternity. I will say our decision-making skills were pretty stellar back then. I remember the conversation going something like this. You like to drink, I like to drink. You like to party, I like to party. We should be big bro, little bro. Who would have known that would be such a pivotal decision and help shape our lives becoming adults? Nick and I grew closer during our weekly visits to Busby's, a classy establishment that we frequented early in our early 20s. We responsibly attended a music festival or two and enjoyed a very reasonable amount of trips to Vegas together. And believe it or not, Nick has many other great qualities. But the one that I respect the most is his ability to listen, truly listen, and tell you exactly what you need to hear in that moment. In the early days of working together, Nick and I were broke, and our business wasn't doing well. We were having a beer, commiserating. I was feeling pretty down when Nick looked at me and said, well, if shit doesn't work out, we can just move into my mom's house. She'll be thrilled. And trust me, if you've been to Nick's mom's place, you know that's a pretty good worst case scenario. Nick, you saying that meant so much to me. I knew we were committed to figuring it out together, no matter what. And Nick isn't just a best friend or a business partner. He's truly a brother to me. And like any close relationship, we've had our share of great moments and occasional arguments. Some of you might know that in my 20s, I had a bit of a temper. I used to enter arguments with the sole goal of winning and being right rather than seeking the right answer. Thankfully, Nick's patience and empathy taught me a better way, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Nick has inspired me to be a better person. He's inspired me to be kinder and to give other people the benefit of the doubt. He's taught me how to have difficult conversations, and I'm a better man today because of him. He's also truly a Renaissance man, a stylist, a therapist, DJ, and a relationship guru, and most importantly, a bartender for all of our friends. Over the years, we've had countless hilarious memories together, and with that comes one of my favorite nicknames for him. He didn't just receive said nickname, he earned it. The Duchess. Now, you might be wondering, why would we call Nick affectionately the Duchess? Well, it's not because he travels with a professional grade blow dryer or that he was the first of our guy friends to embrace Lululemon. It's because he has a talent for brewing, distributing, and sometimes spilling the tea. Being around Nick means leaving with a smile, and his charisma is like a superpower that illuminates every room. My wife Esther and I left LA a little over 3 years ago, but every time we set foot in Los Angeles, it's like we never left. Amber and Nick's house has become our second home. Well, I guess first home since we're pretty much homeless now. And that's because of these two. Nick and Amber are our family. So Amber and I know each other well. We used to be roommates. She's like the little sister I never asked for, but I'm so grateful to have in my life. Even if she's a little raccoon and steals bites of my food at every meal. Now, if anyone ever brings this back up, I will deny this until the day I die. But when I first met Amber, I was a little bit intimidated. She is 5 feet of pure intensity. She punches like a dude, is quick with clever comebacks, and is the only real competition I've had in beer pong. But behind that tough, ball-busting exterior is a beautiful and kind woman who is a closeted Swiftie that drags all of us, her friends, to Disneyland, and my personal favorite, used to obsessively write Harry Potter fan fiction. There's never a dull moment with Amber. It doesn't matter if she's stealing the karaoke mic from somebody or doing Frank Underwood impressions. It's always a good time, and I know that's why Nick adores her. Nick, Amber, your ability to work as a team and meet each other's needs makes for a perfect partnership. You're constantly bringing out the best of each other. One of the many things that I admire is how you continually strive to grow, not just individually, but also for the sake of your beautiful relationship. I'm so happy for you two. Now go hurry up and make cute babies. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please raise your glasses. To Nick and Amber, I love you both. Cheers.
My name is Esther, and today I have the privilege of being Amber's maid of honor. The first time I met Amber, we briefly met at a house party in college, and surprisingly never crossed paths at USC again. But fate had other plans. And 5 years later, we were reintroduced once I started dating Fernando, my now husband, who was one of her roommates at the time. Now, most of you probably know that Nick and Fernando are two peas in a pod. Not only are they best friends, they're also business partners. So it was only natural for Amber and I to start spending more and more time together. And we became fast friends. I'm sure everyone here understands that making and keeping friends as an adult is very difficult. We're busy, priorities change, and life gets in the way. It's a whole lot of work, but it's also worthwhile. I will say there's a special category of friends that go beyond the ordinary. There are friends, there's family, and there are friends who become family. I'm lucky to call Amber my best friend and ultimately my sister. Oh God, through all these incredible years of friendship we've shared over the years. I called on Amber's closest friends to describe her in one word: firecracker, sassy, vivacious, magnetic, confident, bold, and vibrant. Amber, you are all of these things and more. She can confidently pitch marketing ideas to bigwigs at Netflix and Paramount. She's a stand-up comedian in her own right, a natural singer, amazing salsa dancer. I could go on. She grabs life by the horns and embraces all it has to offer. I bet she's the only person here who can list nude model for live painting and bud tender on their resume. Am I right? One of my favorite stories about Amber is when she refused to be robbed in Spain. Picture this: she's opening up the door to her apartment in Madrid after a long night out. Out of nowhere, a man snatches her wallet from behind. And what does she do? She chases the guy down the street, yelling, "Just take the cash." He keeps running, so she starts screaming, "Policia, policia!" And she hunts him down like prey. The guy got so spooked that he actually complied. He yanked the cash out of the wallet, threw the wallet back at Amber, and it was complete with all of her cards and ID. Amber, this is the one of many things I adore about you. You dance through life with an air of confidence and assurance, and that's very, very rare. While we share plenty of interests, like our love for Bloody Marys, traveling and raising hell for our now husbands, we definitely have our differences. Amber has an unwavering dedication to nurturing the important relationships in her life. Now, I'm more of a let's pick up where we last left off kind of a friend. Amber is intentional and deliberate about scheduling quality time with the ones that she loves. I have to admit, quality time is not one of my primary love languages. So what if we don't hang out? My friends know that deep down, I love them, right? Wrong. Over the years, Amber has taught me that this is really where all the real magic happens. It happens when we're both unemployed, encouraging each other as we apply for jobs, sitting next to each other at a co-working space. It happens when we're eating McDonald's and hot Cheetos, watching Netflix on our iPads at the airport. And yes, it even happens during our 30-minute car ride to Hanbat after a night out, where I abruptly open the door, throw up on a sidewalk in K-Town, and Amber casually continues driving without judgment. Friendships aren't defined by one big moment, and Amber has taught me that it's an accumulation of small moments we spend together that say, I see you, I respect you, and you are important to me. Amber, you foster a sense of community and belonging and fiercely protect those you love. Thank you so much for giving me the freedom and the confidence to be my true self and instilling the unshakable belief that the world deserves to see who I really am. All of these qualities make you an incredible creative director, an amazing daughter, a sister, and a friend, and now wife. I am so happy you found Nick, someone who amplifies and celebrates the totality of who you are. Nick, you have one hell of a wife. Now, my first impression of Nick was this guy is bougie, cultured, and charming, and always up for a good time. Fast forward 7 years, and my initial impression still holds true. I mean, what kind of guy is the life of the party, can rock a Bottega Veneta man purse, and practices classical piano for fun? One of my favorite stories about Nick is when he ran away from home. Like any other high school teenager, he gets into an argument with his mom and it boils over. We've all been there, right? He storms out of the house, and naturally his mom starts growing increasingly worried as the minutes tick by. Most kids that age would, run away to the mall, go to a friend's house, a park even, but no. His mom starts calling around, and bingo. Yes, Nicholas is here. Now get this, in the midst of his teenage rage, this kid decides to angrily speed walk a few miles in the sweltering Los Angeles heat just to make it to his SAT prep class on time. That's right, he ran away from home to study. If you know Nick, you know how easily he sweats and how flustered he is when he's overheated. But in the heat of the moment, quite literally, his first instinct was to save his mom a drive, run away to where he was supposed to be, and take a practice SAT test. Miss Yang, Mr. Shum, you've both done an incredible job raising a man of upstanding character. Nick, you are good-natured to the core. You have an uncanny ability to rise above the little things and focus your time and energy on the big picture. You show up for yourself and the people you love time and time again. You're all that I hope for in my best friend's partner. You truly love and cherish Amber, making her the happiest girl in the world. I met Nick and Amber years into their relationship, so honestly, I can't imagine one without the other. I've witnessed your love grow and flourish over the years, and it's truly something special to witness. Your personalities, your passions, and gifts align so well, and together you are a force to be reckoned with. I mean, the production of this wedding alone is one for the books. You will have challenges, as all relationships do. Half the fun is working through your differences with tenderness together as a team. Continue encouraging each other to be whole, independent people, and take the time to find joy in one another in the day-to-day. Marriage is one giant leap of faith, and I am so glad that you two are both choosing to take this leap together. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite you all to raise your glasses to the newlyweds. Nick and Amber, congratulations. May the love and happiness you feel today spark a bright and beautiful future together. Cheers.
Give it up one more time.